So welcome back again on another motor show. This is Geneva 2018 and we just presented our 4-door GT. Outstanding color, it's matte blue, I love it. And you know, what are the figures behind that car? It's a V8 bi-turbo, 4-liter as you know. And in that car we moved it up to close to 640 horsepower in combination with the all-wheel drive system we developed for the E63, and we did some improvement with that all-wheel drive system for that car. And we have a dedicated rear axle in the V8. In the V8 version, we do have a rear axle steering as a standard. Is very supportive of driving dynamics. So this car stands for the transfer of the outstanding driving dynamics out of our 2-door GT. You can race that car on a notch live about in 7:30 something. It's not finally done now. Minutes, so 7 minutes and 30 something seconds, which is really fast. And you can take your family, you can bring your kids to school every day. We have 4 seats and 5 seats, but I show you a little bit more about the car. The signature grille of AMG now stands for the brand. You know, the A-wing, well known. We call it a little bit the jet approach here, the side inlets here. Ceramic brakes. For sure, forged wheels, really lightweight design. You know, see the sculpture of that car. It's very close to our concept GT we showed here in Geneva last year. You know, at the back end we have 305 tires, 21-inch wheels. This is very supportive for driving dynamics as well. Active aero. We do have a rear wing which have 5 different positions depending on the driving situations. Diffuser approach here at the rear end, and very important, a big trunk, because I promise you, you can carry your family and all your luggage with that car with you whenever you need it. But when you come back from the holidays and you would like to hit a track, do so. It's really fast here. So let's have a close look to the interior as well. You know, we did some very innovative things and we were focused on everything, on every detail. We have display touch buttons here in the car, which looks really different and really sophisticated in comparison with everything else what we did so far. We don't have it in the car, but we have a new development, which is satellites at the steering wheel, where you can choose your functionalities and tune the functionalities by push of a button. In the rear end, in the second row here, we have enough headspace even for big guys. I'm not that big, but for bigger guys than me. And you know, this is the exclusive version. You have, which is very important for that, cup holders where you can heat and cool the beverages. We have a display, a touch display here, where the passengers can follow the performance of the engine or can tune everything in the radio. But you can switch it off if your kids are in the back and they would like to give you some headache. But even it's a great car. It's a very bright interior, very exclusive, but we have different versions. We have a race versions. Everything is black with yellow stitching, well known out of the C63. But you know, stay tuned. We will be back soon and wait for the first resumes and reviews of the driving dynamics of that car. Thank you very much.
Has done it again. They've done something that really no one else can do. This is a car that's built not just to have the best performance numbers, but also to have the most exclusive materials in the world. When you look at this car and you look at what it's capable of, not only carrying 5 passengers in some of the best comfort out there, but a car that's capable of 193 miles per hour, 523 horsepower, a braking distance of 112 feet, shift times of less than 100 milliseconds. These are supercar numbers, but the difference is when you actually get in that car and drive that car, in every sense of the word, the car has a soul. This is a car that is race ready, that's track ready as soon as it leaves the factory. When I think of Italian design, the words that come to mind are assertiveness, aggressiveness, dynamism, even seductiveness. You think of Italian designs as sexy. You've got this very, very aggressive brand new front grille, inspired by the Alfieri, our Alfieri concept race car. When you look at the athletic proportions of the car, the taut muscles, the sinews of the car, the aggressive rear flanks, that character line that goes down the side of the car, it begs to be touched and looked at from different angles. Everything is designed with the driver in mind. For model year 17 with the Quattroporte, it actually takes it to the next level, where we introduce two new trims, the Gran Lusso trim and the Gran Sport trim. On the one hand, you've got the Gran Lusso trim that, from the exterior, you've got a 20-inch Mercurial wheel. You've got an all-new bumper that's designed with some additional chrome elements, great features like adaptive cruise control, which can stop the car all the way down to 0, forward collision warning, lane departure warning, even autonomous braking. These are all standard on the Gran Lusso trim and available for the other Quattroporte models. For the Gran Sport trim, you have a more athletic and sporty aesthetic. You've got the use of more black gloss. Even carbon fiber is an option on the exterior with the Gran Sport. But on the interior, that's where the Gran Lusso really shines. A brand new Zegna silk interior, standard on the car. It's the equivalent of 4 men's silk Zegna suits with the Gran Sport. That's where the car also very much differentiates itself. You've got an all-new sport seat with a different design. It's got more aggressive bolstering. It's even got an integrated headrest that very much looks like a racing seat. A sport steering wheel with different thumb grips. You've got inox aluminum sport pedals. You've got aluminum shift paddles, all part of this sporty aesthetic. The Quattroporte really provides this multi-sensory experience. It's the feel of the leather, it's the smell of leather, it's the feel of the silk, underneath your hands and on the door panel. 6 different woods available in either a matte finish or a high gloss finish, even the use of carbon fiber. There's a very intuitive touchscreen that they can use. There's still a few hard keys, a few buttons that the driver can use. The new central control knob can also be used, and most importantly, you can use voice control. The designers and engineers created a cockpit whereby the driver can focus on driving and engage with the car in the way they feel most comfortable. In creating the brand new infotainment system, they created a very clean, simple, elegant design. 8.4-inch touchscreen, much better resolution, 3D maps, pinch and zoom features, things like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, standard. The car also has a standard air quality sensor, which is going to measure the pollutant and the odor levels in the car and remove them. You have almost 400 different interiors to choose from, between the leather, between the stitch patterns, between the dash and the headliner. And that doesn't even count the additional 7 trims. Maserati's building a car that really no one else is building. As a customer, when you build that car, not only will you likely be the only one in your zip code with that car, you'll likely be the only one in the country with a car like that. Everybody's in a rush. The Quattroporte begs the driver to keep driving, to take that road less traveled and enjoy the driving experience.